Hey everybody, today we're going to look at the speaking section for the CELPIP exam. Task number 5 is where you have to compare and persuade the examiner. But it's not a real examiner because you do the test online and your answer is recorded. So come along with me, a native English speaker. I'm going to take the exam online, specifically task number 5, and you will see my honest response. I hope to get a high CLB of 10, and we're going to use a speaking formula that you can use for every speaking section task number 5 so that you don't have to worry. Let's get into it. The most important part for task 5 is that we are using persuasive vocabulary. In order to do this, we need to have module verbs with strong certainty. Module verbs like you must, you ought to, it's necessary that. Well, that's not a module verb, but we need to have strong vocabulary words. If you are using words like you should, you could, it's possible, maybe, might, these words do not show that you believe in your idea and you are not being persuasive enough. Then we need to get our marks for the comparative aspect. In order to compare the product or the thing that you are comparing, you need to honestly describe the advantages and disadvantages of both options. Now, before we take a look at the speaking template and the example, on our channel, we publish stuff every week so that you can get a high score for your CELPIP exam. If you are about to take the exam and you need to improve on your speaking, reading, writing, or listening skills, then head on over to our channel where we upload content every week. And if you don't mind, give us a like and a subscribe. That'll help us to boost the channel and produce more content every week. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now, today I'll be on the HSET Education new AI platform where I have access to unlimited CELPIP exams and it's marked by AI instantly, so I don't have to wait to get my feedback and know my CLB score. So go ahead, get started. Then we'll get logged in. Today I'm doing speaking test. I'll go ahead, I'll press get new test. So I haven't seen test 27 before, and we're gonna fast forward over to speaking task number 5. Now you'll get 2 different pictures presented at you, and really important part is that you only focus on one picture. Let's understand the prompt first. We're planning a day trip to a nearby mountain resort, and we need to see which way to drive. Scenic, train, or drive your own car, but a friend insists on delivering a van. Okay, so I just need to know either scenic route or personal car. First thing I want you to do, choose the option that you are the most comfortable with. Ignore the second option because you will not see that again in the exam. So let's say, for example, I like taking my personal car. So I'm going to choose that. I won't even read the train. It'll not come up in the exam. So don't waste your time. Understand the benefits. On the next page, you can see that taking the train has disappeared and now only my option is up against renting a van. So what I really want to do is understand the key features of both. Here is the speaking formula. You are going to choose 2 positive aspects from personal car, the option that you chose. For simplicity, I'm going to choose option 1 and option 2. Driving a car is more flexible in the departures and stops, and it is more comfortable. Good. Then I want to think about one reason why people like renting a van, and I need to debunk that. I need to prove that their opinion is wrong. So let's say convenient for large groups, cost sharing. Let's say cost sharing among passengers. We'll go with the first one. Now it's my job to think about why cost sharing among passengers is wrong. So what will your speaking phrase look like? You're going to start with one positive aspect of your option. Then you are going to use a transitional phrase like, while some people might think, or on the other hand, renting a van is. Some may argue that renting a van is. Say that positive point and then use a transitional word to show contrast, like however, although, in contrast, undoubtedly. Then our last sentence is going to be one more benefit about the option you chose. So it'll be option that you like, while some people might think option on the other side, however, and then one more positive statement about the option that you chose. That is our speaking phrase. It's simple and sweet. Now we're going to go ahead and practice this together. So I've reset the timer. We're back to 60 seconds of preparation time. I know my speaking phrase. I know I should be using module verbs of certainty. Now my last thing is just figuring out some vocabulary words that will help me. So 30 more seconds, then we speak together. We begin our speaking in 3 seconds. Okay, I will start speaking now. Hey friend, thanks for proposing 2 separate options on how we should travel to our destination. It'll be a fantastic trip. In my opinion, choosing a personal car is far greater of an option than renting a van with a driver, for the following reasons. Most importantly, having a personal car allows us more flexibility for our departure time and taking the occasional rest along our route. This will greatly increase our satisfaction. While some people think that renting a van will be more cost-effective, in my opinion, this is a terrible idea because it doesn't allow for the flexibility and you're not in control of your own environment. Furthermore, renting a personal car is more familiar and comfortable. So for these reasons, I highly encourage us to take a personal car for our next vacation. Okay, I felt fairly satisfied with that response. In that example, I was able to share one positive part of the personal car, debunk one reason why using the rented van is not as effective as people might think, and then one more positive aspect. So for that, I would get a high CLB because I've done the task completion. I've talked about the benefits and cons of both subjects. I was also able to use module verbs, strong persuasive vocabulary, and topic vocabulary as well. Perhaps I could have spoken a little bit faster in order to get more information in and build that type of fluency. So when you jump into this section of the exam, please make sure that you're using this speaking formula. It'll help you to increase your chances of getting a high score, but it also helps to reduce that stress as you enter the exam. Now, the final thing that I want to share with you about the speaking part in the CELPIP exam is to remember that it is being marked by an AI program. That means we need to make sure that we're still finding key vocabulary words and maintaining that level of fluency. What I mean by this is try not to hesitate or pause. The algorithm will pick this up very intensely and it'll show that you have weaknesses in your fluency. So even if you feel like you have stumbled on your words, continue to speak throughout it. Try to be confident as you deliver that message. All of the speaking tasks are between 1 minute and 1.5 minutes, which might feel like a lot of time, but once you do more and more practicing, it'll become more comfortable. Now, if you found any of the information in this video helpful, please do go ahead and like and subscribe to our video. If there is something that you really want us to pick up on next video, give us a comment down below so that we can feature it in our next CELPIP exam video. Today you followed along with me for task number 5 of the CELPIP exam. I'm Scott from HZ Education, and I'll see you in the next one.